we're making lasagna today, and first thing you want to do is boil a box of lasagna noodles, and then when the noodles are cooked about 8 minutes, then you want to drain them, and we'll begin layering. The noodles are cooked, drained, and just waiting to be layered. I've prepared an aluminum tray. I sprayed it with pan cooking spray along the bottom and the sides so that we don't have anything stick. And I have 2 eggs that I'm just going to beat slightly, and we're going to add shredded mozzarella cheese and ricotta cheese. So I have a bag which is 2 cups of shredded mozzarella, and we have 32 ounces of ricotta cheese that we're going to mix together, and that will be our cheese layer. So I'm just lightly beating these eggs. The eggs will keep the cheese layer together so that it just doesn't ooze out all over the place when you cut into it. Okay, so I'm gonna add in the blended egg, and I mix it into I crack it and mix the eggs in a separate bowl so that I don't get any shells in the cheese, because then it would be hard to see. So now what I want to do is just mix the cheese and the egg, the ricotta cheese. Just give it a good stir. Just try to really get it even. And I'm going to add my bag of mozzarella. You'll need a little bit more mozzarella cheese later to add to the top. So you want to mix this together. This here is 9 cups of homemade sauce that I made previously. So what I'll do is I'll make a large stock pot of sauce with meat in it. This has fennel sausage and pork brajol. So after I make a large stock pot of homemade sauce, we usually will have macaroni that night with the sauce and the sausage. And then I will freeze up a large container like this with the leftover sauce. And this is about 9 cups of sauce here. And as you can see, the meat in it. So I'm just trying to break up that meat a little bit so that when I put it in, it's kind of shredded out for that sauce meat, that meat sauce layer. Okay. So the first thing that we do is you add a coat of sauce to the bottom of your tray. Now I like the aluminum pans because I don't have a dishwasher. So I prefer to use this because it's a pain in the tush to clean those Corningware dishes. So we're gonna layer out the sauce so that that bottom layer doesn't stick. Now, what we do is we start layering a layer of noodles. So they're sticking together a little bit. I didn't separate them, but I'm going to layer the noodles, and any extra like this that's a little too long, I'm gonna cut to size. So I have my kitchen shears, so I'm gonna cut that to size. So now you can see we have 4 noodles layered on top of each other across that initial coating of sauce on the bottom of the pan. I cut to size the noodles to fit into the tray, and the next layer is going to be the cheese layer. So I'm going to take and dollop the cheese, and then I'm going to spread it out into an even layer. As you can see, the cheese layer is done. I tried to even it out as much as possible. Now what you do is you do a layer of sauce. Again, this is my homemade sauce, but if you don't make your own sauce, that's okay. Use whatever jar sauce that you really like. You need about 9 cups of it. So whatever that equals out to be, maybe 1.5 jars, I'm not quite sure. Once this layer is finished, then we're going to do another layer of noodles, and then repeat that same cycle 2 more times with the noodles, cheese, sauce, noodles, cheese, sauce. So we're just going to layer. Okay. All right, so on your last layer, you set out your noodles, and you're going to put the add sauce to the top, and then layer the whole thing with mozzarella cheese. Now you just want to sprinkle the entire top with mozzarella cheese. And then you're going to cover this with aluminum foil and bake at 375 for about an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depends. You'll see when after about an hour, take off the aluminum foil, and if you see it bubbling, then I would say you know when it's done. So uncover it and then let the mozzarella cheese brown until it's the way you like it. As you can see, I just took the lasagna out of the oven, and it's nice and browned. It cooked for about an hour and a half, maybe a few minutes longer than that. And it just had the aluminum foil removed for it for the last 20 minutes or so that the cheese could brown. Okay, enjoy.